Hey YouTube, what I got here is a mess actually. I moved out into a new building and I'm trying to get things situated, but I've been wanting to do this video for a long time and the weather ain't been cooperating too much here in Illinois, so we've had a little bit of good weather and I'm moving into this building. I wanted to talk about alcohol stoves, and this in particular. These are 3 for $1. No, these here are 4 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. They're heavy. I guess that's some kind of tin. I've used them quite often, but they got a little plastic liner in them. I've got another one right here. That's how they come. Originally, they got the plastic on them. You just take that off, and they're made to hold like paper clips inside in an office, like at your desk. And I just shove that down on here, put a little crazy glue around the top, shove it on, drill the holes in it, and this thing is perfect. It's well, you can compare it to the old style warmer here, you know, in size. I mean, this thing's tiny, you know what I mean? Super lightweight, but it's heavy. Little, I mean, that thing's pretty tough. That's a lot tougher than, you know, any beer can stove. Here's another thing I picked up down there. I need to burn this to get that paint taken off, but that's heavy, you know, it's steel. I mean, it doesn't weigh too awful much, but that makes a great pot stand. And you can put that little alcohol stove right inside of it. Plenty of clearance. And it works pretty good as a wind shield. And still lets enough air in. But I got the best one of all. And of course you know how these work. This thing is so short. I've never had a problem with wicking. So I've never put no insulation inside. And I don't know. I've never had a problem with it. This tin gets so hot so fast, it's never been a big problem. This is another thing some of y'all might want to think about. This is the same thing, sits on your desk and you throw whatever, I guess paper clips is what it says, but that's a nice pot stand. You can see it's pretty well made. Steel mesh. You know, you can make one, but hell, for $1, I don't see why you would even bother. There is another one I want to show you though. This is a complete stove. I'm going to move some of this out of my way. This here is a complete stove. The top, it's just a stainless steel container. The top unscrews. Of course, I did put insulation in that because it's probably 2.5 inches tall. And, you know, it's plenty big enough. You can put, I got a small skillet that fits right on these. Of course, a cup. You know, I don't have no problem out of that. And just drilled 16 holes around it. Stainless steel. And when you're done with it, you just put the lid back on. I know this lighting's terrible, but that's one of them. That's $1. And I'll put the link to where you can buy that if you're interested. Here's another one. These are just barely shorter. This one here just pops off. But it fits really snug in there, you know. And it's a little lighter. But this one here is solid all the way around. This one here has been pressed, so it does have this little seam. But still, I never have no problem out of these at all. But that's a neat little stove. I've never seen no one use one like it. And what I do with these, Like this one, if I didn't have that wicking in there, you could actually put, I use these, well, of course I use a lot of eye drops, but that little bottle, you know, will fit right in there. Now, this is a different one, another one I want to show you. This is a small tomato paste can, and I'm going to move this back, try to adjust the camera. The lid, I just make them out of wood. That's a wooden bead. Again, you can buy a bag of them, I don't know, 50 or 100 of them for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And I'm not actually using that, so I haven't burnt the lid out or nothing. But inside is a different type, and I glued that into the bottom, a little JB Weld. It is similar to this one, but it has a closed top. It looks just like this, except for the top of it isn't open, it's closed. And the only thing I done was I put little insulation on the inside, cut a hole in the top just to put the alcohol in, but it's got holes all the way around it. And the reason I did this one this way, I've got a few of these. I put holes at the top, holes at the bottom, and when you light this, and I got a skillet I can set on top of that, the whole, you know, the flames come out of the top. And I've never had a problem with it. It works really well. I gotta see if I got my other one out here. Oh yeah, I do. This is another one. I've used this one a few times recently. Move this one over here. This one, can's done the same way. Smaller holes though at the bottom, because I'm only using that to draw in some air from the bottom. And then I drill my holes in at the top. I don't know if that's focusing very good, but... And then you just got an empty soup can. Now what I done different with that one is these. This is the top. And I just marked, I was just sitting around with a black magic marker and I marked around this. But this is the top of a... I made the old aluminum beer can, or beer bottle. And I cut the neck off, because I made a stove out of the bottom of it. And so I just drilled these holes in here and made it like this. And I'll tell you, this is one of the best stoves ever. I've got several of them, I'll show you here. And I just glued a washer on the bottom of it. Super tiny, but you can make them as long as you want. Now this thing will hold enough alcohol, it'll burn for a long, long time. But if you put that in one of these tomato cans, the flames will really come out real nice around the top here when you set your skillet on there, pot, whatever you got. But I'll tell you, you can do this on a windy day and it will work excellent. That one in particular. Like I say, I haven't tried that other one out, but I've used other ones similar to it, and I've had really good luck with them. And these here, these are anywhere from $2 to $4 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. They're a little different from time to time. And the one that's flat on the top, that's covered, I got another pack of them. I don't want to get up and go get it. They're $4 for $1. But they're really easy to make a stove out of. Basically, all you got to do is punch holes in the sides of them. I mean, you could do that with a, you know, pocket knife if you wanted, you know, depending on how fancy you want to be. But if you want to know where to get these little containers for $1, now this one here is threaded. And like I say, this one is just pressed on like a little, it would be like a cookie canister, you know. This one's tin and this one's stainless steel, but I'll put the links in for them. They're either $1 to $2. What it is, you get them free, and you just pay for the shipping. It's either $1 or $2. I mean, it depends. I buy them on Wish. I'll look it up and put the link in there, but They have multiple sellers on there. But I've got a lot of other videos I'm wanting to put out. I'm going to try to put out a few today. I don't know if I'll get them uploaded. On a lot of different items. And the thing is about being a prepper, or just, maybe you're just interested in this sort of thing. All of the talking means nothing. And showing fine products that you can buy from the store. I can show you later. I've got, plenty of butanes, kerosene. I've got lots of nice camping equipment, but if you don't got no money, it don't do you much good, to sit around and dream about what you know you need. So what I'm trying to do is put together a lot of things that you can do for hardly nothing. And here's that other one I forgot to show you. You can see this one. I didn't mark it up as bad. This is the top of the aluminum beer bottle. You can find these along the road once in a while, or drink you a couple of beers, but there you go. You throw that down in there, and like I say, these here, that's crush proof. It's very small. I think you'll find that one's pretty neat to mess around with. Now, hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna put a few more out here that I want people to really pay attention to. Several of them are very unique little items that only cost $1 or $2. Like I say, wishing you had money to prepare for something don't do you no good. But if you can spend a couple dollars and it works, you're silly not to try it. Well, that's all I got for now. Till next time.